about oxide. Oxide. In 16 group elements, already I said that oxides means here 16 group elements forms two types of oxide. They are trioxides and pentoxides. So here oxides means a binary compound. Binary compounds of oxygen and other elements are called oxides. So oxides means binary compounds. Binary compounds of oxygen and other elements are called oxides. So generally oxygen when combines with other elements it forms oxides. So classification of the oxides here, first of all, classification based on the chemical behavior. Classification based on the chemical behavior. Right. Based on the chemical behavior of oxides, there are here classified into acidic oxide and basic oxide, amphoteric oxide and neutral oxide. There are four types of oxides based on the chemical behavior. So first one, acidic oxide, basic oxide, amphoteric oxide and neutral oxide. So now we are going to discuss about acidic oxide. Okay, right? First one is acidic oxide. So the oxide which dissolves in water to form acid, these are called acidic oxide. The acid which dissolves in water to form acid. Okay? The acid which dissolves in water to form acid. These are all called acidic oxides. So ఈ acidic oxides అనేటివి వాటర్ లో డిజాల్వ్ అయినప్పుడు యాసిడ్స్ ని ఫామ్ చేస్తాయి. సో హియర్ దీస్ acidic oxide it combines with bases. It combines with bases to form salts and water. So these acidic oxide combines with bases. Bases తో combine అయినప్పుడు salts and water ని ఫామ్ చేస్తాయి. So generally non-metallic oxides are acidic oxide. Okay, this is simplest thing. non-metallic oxides. Non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. So already in first year chapter, classification of elements, periodic classification lo metallic oxides are basic in nature, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature అని చూసింటారు మీరు. So that means on moving down the group here, so here in a periodic table from left to right, non-metallic nature decreases, non-metallic nature increases. So here acidic nature also increases. Left to right కెళ్ళే కొద్దీ non-metallic nature increase అవుతుంది కాబట్టి acidic nature కూడా increase అవుతుంది. On moving down the group, in a group from top to bottom, metallic nature increases. So basic nature also increases. Okay. From this analogy here, non-metal oxides are acidic. So you take some examples for acidic oxides. So here non-metallic oxides. Non-metals means first year, second year group elements are metals. Okay. In third year group elements also, here some metals. So for example, carbon, that means carbon dioxide. Carbon is a non-metal. So this oxide is carbon dioxide is also non-metallic oxide, means acidic oxide. And nitrogen also non-metal. So it forms N2O3 and N2O5. Nitrogen trioxide, nitrogen pentoxide. These both are non-metallic oxides. So these are acidic oxides. So next one, P4O6 and P4O10. P4O6 and P4O10. These both phosphorus and phosphorus. The phosphorus also non-metal. So oxides of these phosphorus is acidic oxide. So next one, SO2 and SO3. SO2 and SO3 and Cl2O7 and I2O5 also. That means etc. So these are all non-metallic oxides. So that's why these having acidic nature. Okay, in statement what is I am saying here, non-metallic oxides are acidic. So these are all non-metallic oxides which is belongs to, that means it has a acidic nature. So these oxides are acidic oxides. So in general, the oxides which dissolves in water to form acid. ఏ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అయితే వాటర్ లో డిజాల్వ్ అయినప్పుడు యాసిడ్స్ ని ఫామ్ చేస్తాయో వాటిని అసిడిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అని చెప్తాం. సో హియర్ యు టేక్ కార్బన్ డయాక్సైడ్, దట్ మీన్స్ CO2. When combined with water, it forms H2CO3. This name is carbonic acid. Here, carbon dioxide, when going to dissolving in water, it forms acid. So this oxide is a acidic oxide. So what is I am saying in definition here? The oxide which dissolves in water to form acid. ఏ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అయితే వాటర్ లో డిజాల్వ్ అవుతున్నాయో, అసలు వాటర్ లో డిజాల్వ్ అయ్యి యాసిడ్స్ ని ఫామ్ చేస్తాయో ఆ ఆక్సైడ్స్ ని అసిడిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అని చెప్తాం. సో ఇక్కడ నాన్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ ఆర్ అసిడిక్ ఇన్ నేచర్. సో హియర్ కార్బన్, నైట్రోజన్, ఫాస్ఫరస్, సల్ఫర్, క్లోరిన్, దీస్ ఆర్ ఆల్ నాన్ మెటల్స్. ఈ నాన్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అన్నిటికీ అసిడిక్ నేచర్ అనేది ఉంటుంది. సో దీస్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ when dissolving in water it forms acid. Water lo dissolve అయినప్పుడు acids ని form చేస్తాయి కాబట్టి these oxides are acidic oxides. So next one, N2O3, nitrogen trioxide. So this nitrogen trioxide dissolving in water to form HNO2. This name is nitrous acid. This is carbonic acid, nothing but soda water. Soda water. What is soda water? The CO2 dissolving in water. Water lo carbon dioxide dissolve చేస్తే దాన్ని soda water అంటాం. So soda water formula. What is formula of soda water? H2CO3. That means carbonic acid. Carbonic acid. So here N2O3 dissolving in water, it forms HNO2. That means nitrous acid. Nitrous acid. And next one, N2O5. N2O5 dissolves in water, it forms 2 moles of HNO3. That means nitric acid. This is nitrous acid. This is nitric acid. Nitrous, nitric. What is the difference between nitrous and nitric? Here, oxidation state of nitrogen is different. Oxidation state of nitrogen is different. So in this case, nitrous oxide, nitrogen exhibits +3 charge, but in this case, +5 charge. So in between HNO2 and HNO3, nitrogen here in HNO3, nitrogen has a +5 charge. In HNO2, nitrogen has a +3 charge. So higher oxidation state unte ic acid anali, lower oxidation state unte ac acid anta. So this is nitrous. This is nitric. Okay. Next one, P4O6 combines with water. It forms H3PO3. That means phosphorus acid. Phosphorus acid. And P4O10 combines with water. It forms H3PO4. That means phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid. And the next one, SO2 means sulfur dioxide combines with water. It forms H2SO3. That means sulfurous acid. Here SO3 combines with water. It forms H2SO4. Sulfuric acid. Sulfurous, sulfuric. So next one, last one is Cl2O7. Cl2O7 when combines with water, it forms HClO4. Perchloric acid. Okay, that is, so only all these oxides when reacts with water, it forms acid. So ఈ oxides అన్నీ కూడా వాటర్ తో రియాక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు acids ని ఫార్మ్ చేస్తున్నాయి కాబట్టి these are all acidic oxides. These are all acidic oxides. Okay, that is here. Once again here, acidic oxides means the oxide which dissolves in water to form acid is called acidic oxide. Okay, ఏ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అయితే వాటర్ లో డిజాల్వ్ అయినప్పుడు యాసిడ్స్ ని ఫార్మ్ చేస్తాయో వాటిని అసిడిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అంటాం. సో జనరలీ నాన్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ ఆర్ అసిడిక్ నేచర్. నాన్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ ఇవన్నీ కూడా నాన్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్సే. ఇవన్నీ వాటర్ తో రియాక్ట్ అయినప్పుడు వాటి యాసిడ్స్ ని ఫార్మ్ చేస్తా ఉన్నాయి. సో దీస్ ఆల్ ఆర్ acidic oxides. So these acidic oxides react with bases to form salts and water. So these are acidic oxides. Okay, simple ga chudandi, non metallic oxides gurtu pettukondi. Non metallic oxides are acidic oxides. So these non metallic oxides when react with water, it forms acid. So that's why these are acidic oxides. So these acidic oxides react with the base to form salts and water. Okay, right. Okay, next one, చూడండి ఇక్కడ ఏం చెప్పుకున్నా నాన్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అన్ని అసిడిక్ నేచర్ అన్నాం అవునా సమ్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ కూడా అసిడిక్ నేచర్ ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేస్తాయి విచ్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ హియర్ ది మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ విచ్ హ్యావింగ్ హయ్యర్ ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ హయ్యర్ ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ ఉండేటటువంటి మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ కూడా అసిడిక్ నేచర్ ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేస్తాయి ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ CrO3 V2O5 ఇక్కడ చూడండి Cr2O3 V2O5 etc. These having ఇక్కడ చూడండి ఇవి మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ కానీ హయ్యర్ ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ ని ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేస్తాయి సో హయ్యర్ ఆక్సిడేషన్ స్టేట్ ని ఎగ్జిబిట్ చేయడం వల్ల దీస్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్ ఆల్సో ఎగ్జిబిట్ have a acidic nature. Okay, right. So next one, basic oxide. There is large number of examples here. It is very simplest thing. మీరు ఎనీ 2 or 3 గుర్తుపెట్టుకుని సరిపోద్ది మీకు అర్థమయ్యే దానికోసం అని చెప్పేసి మోర్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్స్ చెప్పానమ్మా right next one basic oxide basic oxide so acidic oxides are non-metallic oxides and the non-metallic oxides are acidic oxides so basic oxides means metallic oxides generally metallic oxides are basic oxides metallic oxides are basic oxides so metallic oxides example sodium oxide potassium oxide calcium oxide and magnesium oxide okay and cupric oxide iron oxide etc you take any example metal oxide so metallic oxides are basic in nature so here sodium is a metal so sodium oxide nothing but metallic oxide it has a basic nature potassium also metal so potassium oxide has a basic in nature calcium and magnesium copper iron these are all metals so these metallic oxides having basic nature so here basic oxides react with water basic oxide reacts with water to form alkalis so for example here sodium oxide when combines with water it forms sodium hydroxide sodium oxide it combines with water it forms sodium hydroxide this is one type of alkali nothing but base sodium hydroxide is base kada so this is example for alkali so here basic oxides reacts with water it forms alkali so another example when calcium oxide when reacts with water it forms calcium hydroxide so this is also alkali so metallic oxides nothing but basic oxides reacts with water it forms alkalis so next one these basic oxides reacts with acid to form salt and water. Salts and water. So basic oxide reacts with acid to form salts and water. Right. So you take one example here, cupric oxide, CuO, then reacts with sulfuric acid, H2SO4, it forms copper sulfate and water. Copper sulfate and water. Next, another example, ferrous oxide means iron oxide, reacts with sulfuric acid. Okay, it forms iron sulfate and water. Iron sulfate and water means ferrous sulfate. So these are basic oxides. So here metallic oxides are basic in nature. That means basic oxides. Example for basic oxides are sodium oxide, potassium oxide, calcium oxide, magnesium oxide, cupric oxide, and iron oxide, etc. Lead oxide also. So next one, these basic oxides react with water to form alkalis. So water to react అయినప్పుడు alkalis ను form చేస్తాయి. So sodium oxide and calcium oxide both react with water here. It forms the corresponding alkalis. That means sodium oxide reacts with water. It forms sodium hydroxide as an alkali. Sodium hydroxide. It is alkali. Means base. So calcium oxide reacts with water. It forms calcium hydroxide, which is base or alkali. So this basic oxide reacts with acid to form salts and water. Acids to react అయినప్పుడు salts and water ni form చేస్తాయి. So here CuO, copper oxide reacts with sulfuric acid. It forms copper sulfate. This is salt. Copper sulfate is a salt. This is water. So here iron oxide reacts with sulfuric acid. It forms ferrous sulfate as a salt. This is salt and water. So these are basic oxides. So next one, amphoteric oxide. Next topic is amphoteric. Okay, amphoteric oxide. Right. Amphoteric oxides means the oxides which react with both acids and bases. Which react with both acids and bases. This is amphoteric. This is amphoteric. For example, zinc oxide, alumina, and Al2O3, Sb2O3, etc. These are all amphoteric oxides. So these amphoteric oxides react with both acids and bases. So here, zinc oxide reacts with acid, means HCl. It forms zinc chloride. That means acid and H2O. So zinc oxide, when reacts with HCl, nothing but acid, it forms zinc chloride and water. And this zinc oxide here, this is a acid. So this zinc oxide reacts with base. Sodium hydroxide is a base. Okay, it forms Na2ZnO2. That means sodium zincate and water. So you see here, this zinc oxide reacts with both acid and base. Zinc oxide అనేది acid తో react అవుతుంది, base తో కూడా react అవుతుంది కాబట్టి, so zinc oxide is a amphoteric oxide. So amphoteric oxides means the oxides which can react with both acids and bases. Acids తో react కావాలి, at the same time bases తో కూడా react కావాలి. అలాంటి oxides ని amphoteric oxides అంటాం. So you take another example here, alumina, Al2O3, when reacts with HCl means acid. This is acid. So it forms 2AlCl3. That means aluminum chloride and 3 moles of water. So at the same time, this aluminum oxide combines with sodium hydroxide, means this is base. Okay, right. Here it forms sodium aluminate and water. So Al2O3 also reacts with both acid and base. Okay, this is also amphoteric oxide. So amphoteric oxides means the oxides which react with both acids and bases. These type of oxides are called amphoteric oxides. So for example, ZnO, Al2O3, Sb2O3, etc. here. So this zinc oxide and alumina both are react with acids and bases. So these are belongs to amphoteric oxide. So next one, neutral oxide. Neutral oxides means these have no acidic and basic properties. These have no acidic and basic nature or basic properties. So example, nitrous oxide, nitric oxide and carbon monoxide. These are neutral oxides. So based on the chemical behavior, oxides are classified into 4 categories: acidic oxide, basic oxide, amphoteric oxide and neutral oxide. So acidic oxides means all non-metallic oxides are acidic oxides. So these react with water, it forms acid. So and reacts with bases, it forms salts and water. So let us say any more example here. So right, basic oxide. When non-metallic oxides to acidic oxides అయినప్పుడు basic oxides are metallic oxides. So metallic oxides are basic oxides. So some metallic oxides which having higher oxidation state ఉండేటటువంటి కొన్ని మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అనేవి అసిడిక్ ఆక్సైడ్ గా కూడా యాక్ట్ చేస్తాయన్నమాట. సో రిమైనింగ్ ఆల్ మెటాలిక్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ ఆర్ బేసిక్ నేచర్. ఓకే, సో దీస్ బేసిక్ ఆక్సైడ్ reacts with water, it forms alkalis, and reacts with acid, it forms salts and water. Next one, amphoteric oxide. So the oxides react with both acids and bases. Acids to bases to రెండిటితో react అయితే వాటిని amphoteric oxides అంటాం. ఇవి ఎగ్జాంపుల్. ఇక్కడ చూడండి, జింక్ ఆక్సైడ్. యూ టేక్ వన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, జింక్ ఆక్సైడ్. It reacts with both acid and base. And alumina also reacts with both acid and base. So these are amphoteric oxides. Neutral oxides means these have no acidic and basic nature. Rendu nature lo undavu. Rendu natures undi renditto react aithe amphoteric nature. Renditto react kaakapothe neutral oxides anta. So example, nitrous oxide, nitric oxide, carbon monoxide. So these are classification based on the chemical behavior. So next classification is classification based on the oxygen content or oxygen percentage. Okay, next one. Based on the oxygen content. That means percentage of oxygen or amount of oxygen within the oxide. So that is first one is normal or simple oxide. Normal or simple oxide. So here the oxides which contain just as much oxygen is permitted by the oxidation number of M. So generally stoichiometric prakaram enta oxygen aithe need avutundo correct ga ante unte that type of oxides are called simple oxide. So here the oxidation number of oxygen in this case -2. So -2 state ni exhibit chestundi ikkada. So in simple oxides here there is presence of only it contains only MO bond. Only MO bond. Example, H2O means water, and another example is MgO, magnesium oxide, and alumina and sodium oxide, etc. So among these oxides, oxygen has a -2 oxidation state. So in this simple or normal oxide, oxygen present as per stoichiometric value. So stoichiometric paranga enta oxygen aithe need avutundo correct ga ante unte vaatni normal or simple oxides antaru. So next one, polyoxide. So in this polyoxide here more number or more percentage of oxygen is present. So here correct percentage or suitable percentage of oxygen present in the simple oxides or normal oxides. But in case of polyoxide required percentage kante higher percentage into vaatni polyoxides anta. So it contains MO bonds as well as OO bonds are present. MO bonds and OO bonds are present. So further classified into here peroxide and superoxide and suboxide and dioxides also. So in this peroxide, peroxo linkage is present. So peroxo linkage means like this. This is peroxo linkage. So it contains O2 -2 ion. Peroxide contains O2 -2 ion. So some examples here. Hydrogen peroxide, sodium peroxide, and barium peroxide, etc. So this sodium peroxide structure has a NaOONa. So this is called peroxo linkage. So In polyoxide, largest amount of percentage of oxygen is present. So here, MO bonds as well as OO bonds are present. So peroxide, it is classified again, peroxide, superoxide, dioxide and suboxide. So here, in peroxide, peroxo linkage is present. Peroxo linkage means like this. It contains O2 minus 2 ion, O2 minus 2 ion. Example, hydrogen peroxide, sodium peroxide, etc. So this sodium peroxide is represented as NaOO-Na. This is peroxo linkage. This is peroxo linkage. So here Na to O2 contains peroxo linkage. So that's why this is sodium peroxide. This is sodium peroxide. So in this peroxide, oxygen containing -1 charge. In simple oxides flow -2. In peroxides, oxidation number is -1. So next one, superoxide. Superoxide. Okay. So it contains O2 minus ion. It contains O2 minus ion. For example, K2O, Rb2O, CS2O, etc. These are superoxides. Okay, next one, dioxide. Dioxide. So it contains more number of oxygen atoms. So for example, MnO2, that means manganese dioxide. Manganese dioxide and PbO2, lead dioxide. That is dioxide. So next one, suboxide. Suboxide means it contains less percentage of oxygen. Here more percentage of oxygen present in the dioxide. Here less percentage of oxygen in suboxide. For example, P3O2, that means carbon suboxide. And another example is Pb2O, lead suboxide and nitrous oxide, etc. So these are examples for suboxide. And last one is mixed oxide. So these mixed oxide forms from two normal oxides or two simple oxides. That means when simple oxides combine to each other, then it forms mixed oxide. For example, Pb3O4 and Fe3O4, etc. Fe3O4. So how can you prepare from that means Pb3O4 here, 2PbO plus Pb2O. Okay, Pb3O4 is formed by the combination between two simple oxides like that PbO and Pb2O3. So next one, Fe3O4. It is prepared from or formed from the FeO and Fe2O3. So these are simple oxides. These are two simple oxides. FeO and Fe2O3 are simple oxides. So these simple oxides combine to, mixed to each other, it forms mixed oxide. So FeO and Fe2O3 ఈ రెండు మిక్స్ అయినప్పుడు వేటిని ఫామ్ చేస్తాయి ఇక్కడ Fe3O4 ని ఫామ్ చేస్తుంది అన్నమాట. So that is mixed oxide. So these are oxides. Once again here, oxides means binary compounds of oxygen and other elements. Okay, first classification is based on the chemical behavior. Based on the chemical behavior, oxides are classified into 4 categories: acidic oxide, basic oxide, amphoteric and neutral oxide. And here another classification is based on the oxygen content. So it is classified as normal or simple oxide. So these normal or simple oxides contain contains just as a oxygen limited or permitted by the oxidation state of the M. So stoichiometric ప్రకారం ఎంత నీడ్ అయితే ఉంటుందో కరెక్ట్ నెంబర్ గా ఆక్సిజన్ ఉంటే దట్ ఈస్ నార్మల్ ఆర్ సింపుల్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ అంటారు. సో ఇన్ దీస్ సింపుల్ ఆక్సైడ్ oxidation number of oxygen is -2. Okay, it contains only MO bond like that water and magnesium oxide and alumina means aluminum oxide and sodium oxide. So another one is polyoxide. So it contains more number of oxides here. Okay, they contain MO bonds and OO bonds. Two types of bonds present in the polyoxide. So these again classified into peroxide, superoxide, dioxide, suboxide. So here peroxides means the oxides which contains peroxo linkage. ఏ ఆక్సైడ్స్ లో అయితే పెరాక్సో లింకేజ్ ఉంటుందో దట్ టైప్ ఆఫ్ ఆక్సైడ్స్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ పెరాక్సైడ్స్. పెరాక్సో లింకేజ్ మీన్స్ like this. This is peroxo linkage. So peroxides contain O2 - 2 ions. O2 - 2 ions. Example for this: hydrogen peroxide, sodium peroxide, etc. So the sodium peroxide is represented as here NaOONa. So in this structure, this is peroxo linkage. Peroxo linkage. So that's why this is called sodium peroxide. Sodium peroxide. Okay, next one, superoxide. So in this superoxide, it contains O2 - ion. Peroxide contains O2 - 2 ion. Superoxide contains O2 - ion. So example for superoxide: K2O, Rb2O, CS2O, etc. Next one, dioxide. These contain more percentage of oxygen like this manganese dioxide and lead dioxide, etc. And suboxides, these contain less percentage of oxygen. Here more percentage, here less percentage. So this is example C3O2, that means carbon suboxide. Pb2O, that is lead suboxide. This is nitrous oxide. So next one, mixed oxide. These forms from the mixing of simple oxide. So simple oxides mix avadam valla ikkada mixed oxides form aitayi. For example, Pb3O4 and Fe3O4, etc. So this is mixed oxide is formed from the PbO and Pb2O. This is formed from the FeO and Fe2O3. These are simple oxides. So this is oxide. So next one is after that oxide. Next topic, ozone. Next one is ozone. This is important thing. Its molecular formula is O3, ozone. So ozone is a allotropic form of oxygen. This is a allotropic form of oxygen. Okay, ozone is a allotropic form of oxygen. So it is present in the upper atmosphere. So it protects the Earth crust from the UV radiation, ultraviolet radiation. So sun rays నుంచి వచ్చేటటువంటి ultraviolet radiations నుంచి Earth crust ని protect చేస్తుంటుంది ఇది. So now preparation of the ozone. preparation of the ozone. So in this preparation, a slow stream of dry oxygen is passed into through the electric discharge. So here forms ozone. Okay, when a slow stream of dry oxygen is passed through the electric discharge, it forms ozone. So here delta H is equal to plus 142 kilojoule per mole at 298 Kelvin. Okay, delta H is equal to plus 142 kilojoule per mole. So this is a reversible and endothermic reaction. Endothermic. What is endothermic reaction? Heat is absorbing. Exothermic means delta H is equal to negative. That is exothermic. In that condition, heat is evolving or releasing takes place there. But in that condition, delta H is equal to positive. That means endothermic reaction. That means here, in this formation of ozone from the oxygen, heat is absorbing. So absorbing takes place here. So that's why here delta H is equal to positive, which is represent the endothermic. That is here. So in this process, 10% conversion of O2 to O3. So 10% conversion మాత్రమే జరుగుతుంది ఇక్కడ. That means O2 plus O3. This is called ozonized oxygen. This is called ozonized oxygen. So here a mixture of O2 and O3. Which is called ozonized oxygen. So in this preparation of ozone here, 10% conversion of O2 to O3 takes place only. అంటే ఇక్కడ O2 నుంచి O3 ఎంత పర్సెంటేజ్ కన్వర్షన్ జరుగుతుందంటే 10% మాత్రమే జరుగుతుంది. Here a mixture of O2 and O3 is called ozonized oxygen. For the preparation of ozone, here used as a ozonizer. But in this laboratory, two types of ozonizers are present. First one, Siemens ozonizer. And the second one is Brodis ozonizer. Okay, these two types of ozonizers are used in the preparation of ozone in the laboratory. So that is preparation of the ozone. So in general, allotropic form of oxygen. So ozone is a allotropic form of oxygen. So here, when a slow stream of dry oxygen through the electric discharge, it is formed into ozone. So here delta H is equal to plus 142 kilojoule per mole at 298 Kelvin. That means it is a reversible and endothermic process. Reversible means there is a presence of both forward and backward reactions are present. And endothermic means in this reaction, heat is absorbing. So in this preparation of ozone here, 10% of conversion of oxygen into O3, that means ozone, is takes place. So the mixture of oxygen and ozone, O2 and O3, which is called here ozonized oxygen. So for the preparation of ozone, ozonizers are used. So in the laboratory, two types of ozonizers are used here. Siemens ozonizer and Brodis ozonizer. So that is preparation of the ozone. So next one is physical properties. Physical properties of ozone. Physical properties of ozone. Okay. Right. Physical properties. It is a pale blue pure ozone is a pale blue and pungent smelling poisonous gas. Poisonous gas. Pure ozone is a pale blue color and pungent smelling poisonous gas. So it is dark blue in liquid state, and violet dark in solid state. Okay. Pure ozone is a pale blue, pungent smelling, poisonous gas. So generally, pure ozone is gaseous state lo untundi. So that is a pale blue color in gaseous state. It is a pungent smelling poisonous gas. So dark blue in color in liquid state. Liquid state lo unnappudu dark blue color lo untundi, but in solid state lo unte violet dark color. So next one, ozone is a harmless in small concentration. So ozone, when it is present in small concentration, it is a harmless. So small concentration ఉన్నప్పుడు in the harmless లో అంటే అంత ఇబ్బందికరంగా అయితే ఉండదు. But more than that means 100 ppm దాటినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే it is a dangerous. That means the breathing is very difficult and resulting a headache వస్తుంది అన్నమాట. అంటే ఇక్కడ more than 100 ppm ozone ఉన్నప్పుడు, so it is very dangerous here. Okay, unable to breathe here, that means difficult to breathing, and breathing కూడా difficult గా ఉంటుంది, దానివల్ల హెడేక్ వచ్చేదానికి కూడా ఛాన్సెస్ ఉంటుంది అన్నమాట. So that is ozone is a thermodynamically unstable compared to that of oxygen. So this results here the decomposition of ozone into oxygen. That means O3 gives O2 plus oxygen. This is nascent oxygen. So in this process, heat is evolving. That means delta H is equal to negative. That means exothermic. And delta S is equal to positive. And delta G is equal to negative. So this is exothermic. Decomposition of ozone into oxygen, that is exothermic, means delta H is equal to negative. So delta S means change in entropy. Delta S is equal to positive means increase in entropy. That's why change in Gibbs energy is a negative. Change in Gibbs energy means delta G is equal to negative. So next one here, it is highly soluble in turpentine oil and glacial acetic acid, glacial acetic acid, and carbon tetrachloride. Carbon tetrachloride. So వీటిలో highly soluble గా ఉంటుందమ్మ. Ozone is highly soluble in turpentine oil, glacial acetic acid, and carbon tetrachloride. So this is diamagnetic. This is diamagnetic. So these are physical properties of the ozone. So first property, this is a pale blue, pungent smelling poisonous gas. This is dark blue in liquid state, violet dark in solid state. Violet dark in solid state. It is harmless in small concentration. Small concentration ఉన్నప్పుడు harmless గా ఉంటుంది, అంటే అంత ఇబ్బందిగా ఉండదు, అంత ప్రమాదకరమైనదిగా ఉండదు. More than 100 ppm, that is very dangerous here. That means it is difficult to breathe in and resulting headache here, and it is a thermodynamically unstable. So oxygen కంటే కూడా unstable గా ఉంటుంది ఇది. Decomposition of ozone into oxygen, this process is the exothermic. That means delta H is equal to negative. In this process, increase in entropy. Entropy value increase అవుతుంది కాబట్టి it indicates delta H is equal to positive, then delta G is equal to negative. So this is highly soluble in turpentine oil, glacial acetic acid, and carbon tetrachloride. So it is a diamagnetic. It is a diamagnetic. So remaining topic tomorrow class will explain.